What's up, guys? This is Dr. Slump here to bring you a video review of Dragon Ball Kai episode 99. Wow, this is it. The new age of Kai. It has begun. Yeah, it's really a special thing to see Kai back in its original time slot, catch it week by week, etc., etc. So yeah, let's get on to the review. Basically, I want to comment on the opening and the OST and the ending. Opening solid, good. It was a good opening, good, solid opening, very explosive to say the least. Basic Dragon Ball there. So yeah, that was the opening. The OST, new fresh OST for the new saga, which to my surprise was a very welcome addition. I liked the OST. It fit well with the Dragon Ball series, and the ending was lackluster in my opinion. The ending was lackluster simply because it really wasn't just anything much except for still images and just it just wasn't really interesting at all. It was lackluster to say the least, and yeah, that was pretty much it. But the episode itself has it has a slow start. It has a slow start into the series, and really that was expected. I don't think that anyone really expected this to be a explosive start, like for them to cover 10, 15 chapters in one episode. That would be incredibly fast paced, like Kill la Kill, Gurren Lagann style paced anime. Like that's wow. And yeah, so yeah, this is a really just a re-entry, a basically bringing us back into Dragon Ball, the Dragon Ball world, and yeah, so let's just get on to the review. It's been 7 years. It's been 7 years since Cell has been defeated by Son Gohan and Son Goku. Son Goku, who died in that battle, is now passed away. He is dead and has remained in other world. Meanwhile, we're following Son Gohan, and Gohan has really become a normal person, or is at least trying to become a normal person. And he is about to attend his first day at Orange High School, in Satan City, a city that was named after Mr. Satan, after he saved the world from Cell, which we all know is absolute bullcrap. But yeah, and we see Gohan at the beginning of the episode have his inner monologue, basically talking to Goku, saying, "Otosan, na 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 na," and he basically has his inner monologue, and he goes on uh, to the city after he hops off of Quinto Un. He rides to the city on Quinto Un, and he basically says to himself, "I can't let myself be noticed on a yellow flying cloud, so I might as well get off here." And he says goodbye to Quinto Un, has his inner monologue, and basically runs to school. And it was funny. It's just so funny to see go on, and I will comment later on in this review how it's really funny how his superhuman abilities, well, not even superhuman, his godlike abilities, have really just made him just so unrelatable almost. When he does anything, it seems so superhuman when it's normal to him. So basically, he runs past this car, and they're like, "What the heck was that?" And he basically runs past that car, and no sooner does he hear gunfire. He hears gunfire, and he looks over at basically what seems to be a crime scene of people robbing a bank. And Gohan doesn't want his identity to be revealed. He doesn't want himself to be revealed as a hero. Um, he doesn't want any attention drawn to himself or his family. So basically, what he does is he turns Super Saiyan. He turns Super Saiyan, and he basically just goes to town on him. He demolishes them. Obviously, he's Son Gohan, Super Saiyan Son Gohan. He's gonna demolish them. It's over. It's finito. And the most the I mean the funniest part of this whole skirmish was when Gohan looks at this truck that's trying to get away, and he's like, "Yeah!" And he and he just basically flips the truck over with a shout, and the truck is demolished, and the passengers are obviously intact. And basically, all is well and good in Dragon Ball world. He turns back into his base form, and no later does he find that a mysterious girl is behind him, questioning him about what happened. And he says, "I don't know. I just don't know." And she's like, "Darn it! I can't believe this. I come here all the time to these crime scenes, and I can never get here on time. Everything's always done." And he, as soon as she starts this monologue of sorts, I mean, Gohan runs past her and goes to school. So this old man calls out to this young girl, and he calls her Videl. So Videl is her name, and he starts talking to Videl, and Videl inquires, "Hey, what happened here? How did this happen?" And he says, "It's the Golden Warrior." And they start having a conversation about the Golden Warrior, and it's apparent that Gohan has been there two times before that, making a total of three times. And it's really something weird that they have never expected. He comes in a blink of an eye and he just leaves. But he did comment on his outfit: red pants, a white shirt, a black vest, and the same orange high school button that Videl was wearing. And she looks and she's like, "Orange high school? Is he one of our students?" And she basically goes to find out. So she starts questioning immediately this blonde-haired guy named Sharpner, the cool kid in class. Sharpner takes good pride in his looks, his physique, and he immediately declines that he's the Golden Warrior. He had practice this morning, dude. Yeah, he immediately declines that he's the Golden Warrior. So she starts to talk to her friend Aresa, and Aresa is like, "Oh my gosh, do you think that he's stronger than your dad?" And this geek is like, "There's no way he's stronger than Hercule. Hercule saved the world from Cell. He's the greatest thing ever." And basically, after this declarative statement of Hercule's greatness, no sooner does son Gohan walk into the classroom as the new kid. And people are looking at him, obviously, and he's just like, "Oh my gosh." And it's really just something funny to see that Gohan is basically the most powerful being on Earth, yet he is socially inept. He is not used to these social situations. He is a very socially awkward person. And a lot of geeks can relate to this, which I find very ironic that a lot of geeks can relate to this. That he may have superhuman abilities, he may be the strongest being alive, but he's nervous about some things, and that makes him human still. Well, half human. Um, so he's basically looking around for a seat, and Areza says, "Oh, over here, over here." And he basically goes up to there and he says, "Hi, how are you doing?" And she says, "My name's Aresa. I'm friends with Videl." And she basically explains to him uh, who she is, who Videl is, and no sooner does he find out that Videl is the daughter of Mr. Satan. Oh! And yeah, basically he's shocked. He's shocked that he has a daughter, and yeah, so they get into a short, brief conversation about the Golden Warrior afterwards. And then Videl realizes, "That's where I know you from. You were that kid at the scene." And she starts to get into a brief conversation with Gohan yet again about his outfit, how he dons a similar outfit to the Golden Warrior, and quickly inquires, "Are you the Golden Warrior?" And he quickly declines, and Sharpner backs up like, "Does this look like a warrior to you? Come on now. He's no warrior. Looks like a punk." Ugh. Besides, he doesn't have blonde hair anyway. So Videl's like, "Yeah, doesn't have blonde hair. I don't think he's the Golden Warrior." But, and she's still suspicious, trying to figure out who this guy is stealing her thunder. And basically, after that, we get into a scene where Gohan is engaging in a sports activity, baseball. And he and his team, which has Videl on it, are going up against Sharpner and his team. And Videl throws the baseball at Sharpner, and Sharpner hits it out of the park, basically. Just hits it real far. And she's like, "Darn it, are we really going to lose?" And Gohan jumps like 20, 30 feet in the air. and he catches the ball, still floating in the air, throws the ball to someone on third, and gets him out. And Gohan just performed a miraculous feat that everyone was awe-inspired. Like, how? How did he do that? And Gohan lands. And he's like, all right, I did it. And everybody's still in shock. Like, he jumped 20, 30 feet in the air and stayed in the air. And they're all in shock. And Gohan's like, oh my God, was that 2 minutes? I can't believe it. So he basically just after they change spots, he's up to bat, and Gohan just really does not know what he's doing in baseball. Stands in the left box when the boy's obviously right-handed. He's just out of sorts. He does not know what to do. He's so nervous, and he gets in there, and Sharpner's like, I'm gonna scare him a little bit, make him chill up a little bit, throw it as hard as I can. Throws the ball. Gohan's standing there, and Sharpner's like, oh my God, why are you not moving? And it hits him. It hits him dead in the face. And Sharpner's like, why didn't you move out of the way? And Gohan's just fine. And he looks down at the ball and he's like, I can walk now, right? The coach was like, uh-huh. And he just walks and he's like, yeah, I did it. I don't even have to do anything. And I got to first base. Woohoo! And it was just, it was just something hilarious. I could not believe that that just really happened. And everyone's still in awe, and Gohan obviously does not realize that he is basically just. It's almost like he's unable to limit himself from performing these feats because he's naturally like this. So yeah, it's just something that's second nature to him. But what's really cool about this is that he starts to gain more popularity. Sharpner starts approaching him saying he should join the boxing team. He can take a hit to the face, and Arisa starts flirting with him and getting popular with the ladies. You know, Gohan's getting a little popular with the ladies, getting popular with his peers, except for Videl. Videl's still suspicious of Gohan, and she follows him after school, which Gohan quickly notices, and then makes it a point to really just ditch her. And he says to himself, this is going to be problematic. I really need to come up with something to elude them, like maybe a disguise. And while he's riding on Kinto, maybe he should ask Bulma for help. For help, he thinks to himself. So he goes to Bulma, and she says, "Sure, I can help you with disguise, whatnot, all this stuff." And he basically is like, well, I don't want to be sitting here around here waiting the whole time. Where's Trunks? Where is he? And she's like, well, he's training with Vegeta, much to Gohan's shock. And yeah, he's training with Vegeta in the gravity room. Like, oh my gosh, he's training Trunks this young? Yep, trying to get him stronger than you. Bulma remarks, and Gohan's like, yeah, that's so. And he goes to see Trunks, and Trunks and his little 8-year-old self is like, "Ha, Gohan-san, how are you? Yay!" And he's so happy to see Gohan, and Gohan's just talking to him, talking like, "Man, I hear you're training with Vegeta now. Pretty awesome, dude! Yay!" And little, little, a little afterwards, he's obviously greeted with stone-faced Vegeta, and Vegeta walks past Gohan like he's nothing. After Gohan's like, hey Vegeta, what's up? Yeah, how you doing? And he quickly looks at Gohan like, Gohan, you look out of shape. Shouldn't get soft in these times of peace. And he just walks off, completely ignoring Gohan, and it's just something that Vegeta is known to do. And then, ironically, we get straight, like very quickly, to the big outfit reveal, and Gohan dons this outfit, and it looks ridiculous. The outfit looks absolutely awful, and I mean, Trunks even looks at it and he's like, "Oh my God, this is so stupid. How can you wear this in public?" And Bulma and Gohan are having like an orgasm, like, "Oh my God, this is so perfect, yay!" And he basically flies off on Kinto and saying, "Yeah, like, thank you very much, Bulma. Uh, thanks for the help. And she's like, no problem, Gohan, blah, 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 blah. And he rides off to Kinto-un, and he's like, you know what, I can fly faster myself. So he wants to get off of Kinto-un, so he gets off of there, and he flies as Great Saiyaman. So he's like, yo, Kinto-un, you want to have a race? Ready, set, go! And he goes, and he beats Kinto-un easily. And basically, he sees a car riding in the city, and it's just going everywhere, very, very fast, threatening the lives of many people, cars crashing, and having a good old time. And Gohan flies down. He's like, "Stop it, you evil doers!" And the robbers get out of the car like, "Who the heck are you? Who are you, you stupid idiot?" And he's like, "I am he who does not allow evil, the champion of justice, the great Saiyaman." And he basically goes into his spiel, and it's not that overblown, but he's like the defender of justice, great Saiyaman. And they immediately look at each other and they're like, "Oh my God, you're so stupid." What are you, Great Saiyaman? What kind of name is that? And Gohan's like, I worked really hard on that name. And he basically levels um, some of the street, and it basically levels the car. And he's like, I mean, the robbers are just like, they can't believe this. So they're like, yeah, Great Saiyaman, but it really grows on me. And they start backing away. They're like, yeah, I'm glad you like it. Here's your car. And Gohan gives them the car, just has that brief little spontaneity with them. And he basically just runs off into the sunset. The robbers run off into the sunset. And they're like, oh my gosh, I cannot believe he's so strong. They're hightailing it out of there. They're gone. And he's like, drive safely, and he just flies off into the sunset. And then we're introduced in the next day, him leaving his house. To no surprise, we get to see a young boy, and this young boy looks ominously like Goku. And later we find out that this boy is named Goten. Goten is the second son of Goku, who was created probably, well, not probably. He was born after the the Cell games. So that's the son that Goku never got to see. And it's really something sad actually that Goku never got to have a relationship with his second son. It's really kind of tragic, but yeah, that's pretty much how the episode ends. And yeah, the episode was a good episode. It was a good start into the um new age of Kai, if you will. So yeah, that was my review. Thank you guys for watching. Like, favorite, comment, subscribe, dislike if you hate me so much. I'm just kidding. And yeah, that was pretty much it. So this has been Dr. Slump. Just brought you a video of Dragon Ball Kai episode 99. And peace. Have a good day.